let's talk a bit more about building your website. Should you hire someone or just DIY it? This is 100% up to your abilities and motivations. An article from designpowers.com gives a bit more insight. Let's take a look. Should you DIY your website or hire a pro? For small businesses looking to create a website, the number of available resources can be overwhelming. We understand these challenges because we've been there. And that's a little bit more about them. So here's some of the components to doing it yourself. Many entrepreneurs and business owners choose to use web builder tools for their website because they're cost-effective and easy to use content management systems. You also have control over your design. Budget. The biggest incentive to DIY is cost savings. Web builders have affordable annual payments with hosting and domain name registration included. You won't have monthly maintenance fees because security is included in your subscription. DIY is great for getting you up and running without breaking the bank. Time and energy. DIY builders love to advertise their products as building a beautiful and stunning website in a day. But if you're not the web or tech savvy type, using a builder will take some time, patience, and willingness to learn. And I can definitely attest to that. I've been working on my at least once or twice a week for like the last 2 or 3 years. I've just been making changes constantly to my website until I finally got to something that I'm happy with. And then whenever they make updates, you also have to learn those new curves, but I still prefer DIY. Customization and complexity. DIY builders have restrictions on the extent to which they can be customized. This is great so you won't get overwhelmed with endless options. Security and support. Since web builders are closed source software, your website is safe and secure from hackers and bugs. Most companies offer some kind of customer support, knowledge base with tutorials, and community from where people can post questions and answers. Your skill level. Website builders are easy to use after you get used to them and don't require any coding knowledge. If you've got the design and tech skills, a DIY site is probably best for you. Design and strategy. All website builders are set up with pre-designed templates, but your brand shouldn't look like everyone else's. You'll want to customize your template to make it your own unless you're not concerned about a unique look. So let's look more about hiring a professional web designer. Hiring a designer or developer is often a good choice for your business. Your site is a major marketing tool. So, and again, we spoke in a previous podcast about marketing. Even your website is part of your marketing strategy. So it only makes sense to hire a professional to ensure it's attractive and competitive. When you work with a pro, you get the benefit of their expertise and experience. Now, let's get into the budget aspect. Hiring a pro will be an investment up front, but the increased likelihood of the success it offers outweighs the initial costs. A custom brochure site can cost anywhere from $2,500 and up. Wow, DIY looks better considering those prices, but it's all up to choice and your budget. All right, and then on top of that, you get maintenance packages that can start around $50 a month. Quality design and websites are not cheap, but they look legit and work great. Time and energy. Perhaps the most invaluable reason to hire a professional is that this will end up saving you time and stress. So the trade-off really is, do you want to invest money or do you want to invest your time? That is the two things that I've always said are the biggest investments in your business. Either you're going to invest your time or you're going to invest your money. The more of one you invest, the less of the other you usually have to invest. Let's look at customization and complexity. When you hire a pro, they will create a custom website that meets your specific needs and is designed to achieve your objectives. Your site will reflect your brand in the most attractive way possible, and you'll have access to an expert with years of experience, creative ideas, and technological know-how. Security and support. Contrary to what you may think, a website is never complete. Code needs to be updated to stay secure, and sites need fresh content to keep them relevant. So if you're DIYing your website, you'll be able to make those changes yourself versus having to go to your designer developer to make all your changes for you. Your skill level. This is one of the biggest reasons to hire a web designer. A website will require several features, including proper heading elements, image customization, code or plugin knowledge, responsive design, and SEO. Pros have to have the know-how and experience to get the job done well. Design and strategy. A well thought out and researched digital strategy will give you the foundation for long-term success. Still not sure or somewhere in between? If you fall somewhere in between, let's read the first paragraph here. Choosing between a DIY and custom site comes down to what you're looking for, how much time you can devote, your skill level, your budget, the functionalities you need, and how customized you want to get with your branding and website. If you fall somewhere in between DIY and hiring a pro, a hybrid option that has a bit of both DIY and expert assistance could be the way to go.